Lawrence County Board of Commissioners. Today is and recorded, and would ask if you'd be kind enough to silence your cell phone. If you please do that, we would appreciate that. We always begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we would ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence. Commissioner Kennedy, could you lead us on the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands.
Silence, please. Thank you very much. Vanessa, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sinata?
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here. All three commissioners are present. We have a quorum, and that allows us to opportunities for public comment. One in just a moment or two, and then one before we adjourn. Concerns involve the state. We would refer you to your state elected officials. The same would be true if it's a federal concern. We'd recommend you talk to Congressman Kelly or our two U.S. senators. If it's a local municipal concern, we would suggest you talk to your local city, borough, or township officials. But if it's a county-related matter, we're certainly open to hearing what your comments might be. We have two public comment periods now, and right before the adjournment of the meeting, you're welcome to speak both times. One of the two times, or if you're just here to listen, that's also fine. And we'd ask to if you could try to keep your comments to about 5 minutes or so. We would appreciate that courtesy. Next on the agenda, we always set aside time for our row officers if they have any items of business to be brought before us, and it appears today that none of them do. So that takes us to public comment. If you do have something to say, we'll appreciate that. So at this time, are there any comments? Hearing and seeing none. Okay, once again, we'll open it back up before we conclude the meeting. The documents that I'll be referring to will have available for you if you'd like to see them. And we start with under fiscal and contractual. We have one warrant register from the county controller's office listing of the checks that have been cut by that office. And this document is dated June 13th of this year. And I'll give Dan and Chris time to look it over. And whenever you're ready, gentlemen, I could take a motion for us to accept this report.
I move we accept the warrant documents.
And I'll second.
Thank you both. Any questions? If not, then we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you, Vanessa. The minutes of last Tuesday's meeting, June 17th, are also in our packet and available if anybody wants to see them. I'll give my colleagues some time to look them over, and whenever you're ready, we can take a motion to adopt the minutes.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, gentlemen. Any concerns about the minutes? Hearing none. Vanessa, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That takes us down to commissioner reports and comments. And today, Mr. Kennedy, you're up first.
I really don't have a whole lot, but yesterday I went down to SPC meeting, down to executive session, and Chris went down to the regular session. Just went through a bunch of stuff that we got coming up, and talked very briefly about the NFL draft. I think we're getting geared up for that next year. So we'll keep you informed as we keep going into the year and see what happens.
Thank you, and I appreciate your leadership on the executive committee, Dan. Commissioner Sonata.
Thank you, Chairman. I just hit on a few things. I actually had an opportunity. I did the Juneteenth celebration on Saturday up at the Holy Trinity or Holy Truth Ministries up on West Washington Street, and there was really a nice crowd there from the community and very peaceful, and everyone seemed to be having a good time. The kids, a lot of activities for the kids, a lot of good food. community. So it was really a nice, I think, celebration. I think it's been going on for a long time. It seems to keep growing every year. So it's nice to see a community come together and do it in a nice manner where everyone was just getting along, and that's what we want to see. And I also had a chance to stop down in Elmwood City for the Reed's dog park event. They do that every year. I think it's the 4th annual. And it's a nice event that Mr. Reed does, Reed Services down in Elmwood City. They generate money for the canines, for the Lawrence County and the Beaver County sheriff's departments, law enforcement in general. And it's just, it's a nice event. It was hot as heck, but there was water there for the dogs when they jumped into the swimming pool, as they call it. So that was pretty much my activity. I joined Commissioner Kennedy yesterday in Pittsburgh, and as Commissioner Kennedy said, there's a lot of opportunities happening. Just a little more follow-up what they said about the draft. Did they say there was 40 potential vendors, or there was 165 vendors for the 10-county region? And the last time they did the draft, 40 of them were chosen. And Mr. Fitzgerald said that all of them will be within the 10-county region, which I think is very important. And I know that Commissioner Kennedy, you're getting the word out amongst the economic development people here to make sure that they participate and, apply for anything they can, for our Lawrence County businesses. So I just thought that was an interesting statistic. But it's they're going to be chosen within the 10 county, and we are a part of that county. So any business that's out there, hey, if they think they can do something for the draft, and it just blew my mind. I think what they were saying, what's involved with that, and how many people is involved with it, how many businesses. I mean, it's big business. We see the sports end of things, but you know what? Sports is big business. So if we can tap into some of that, I think that's important. So that's pretty much all I have.
Chris, thank you very much. Well, and I'll note that the three of us last Wednesday actually had the pleasure of attending 2 different ribbon cutting ceremonies here in town. We rode in Neshannock Township at Field Club Commons, and they invited us to their opening. Ribbon cutting at the Lawrence County Historical Society facility here in the city of Newcastle. They've done some remodeling of their buildings up there, which was nice to see. We appreciate their including us. The next 3 days, I'll be attending a conference in Clearfield County. We're a member of the County Commissioners Association's Workers' Compensation Trust Fund, and I serve on their board of directors. And so we have a 3-day meeting of the board out in Clearfield County starting tomorrow. On our agenda comes from the jail, and Warden Malmeister and Deputy Warden Simmons are with us. Gentlemen, would one of you or both of you wish to come up to the microphone and make the presentation? You're doing that. What number will this be, Vanessa? This is a service agreement contract, but Howard, I'll let you give us all the details, if you could, please.
Yes, Commissioner. We are seeking approval to get the annual service agreement with Tech 84. Tech 84 provides the services of our body scanner for the inmate safety and security of our facility. The annual service agreement is going to include all parts, labor, shipping as needed, preventive maintenance, inspection, software updates and improvements if necessary, and the radiation survey of the body scanner itself. The cost is $11,225, which will not be coming out of the jail budget. It's going to come from the inmate welfare fund due to the need for the safety of the inmates.
Thank you, sir. And can you refresh my memory? When did we first implement this scanner? How long has it been in operation?
We believe it was late 22 or early of 2023.
Okay. Is that your recollection also?
Yes, Commissioner.
I thought it was more recently than that. No, that's good to know. And was it? Okay. Thank you for reminding me of that fact. And I'm assuming it's worked well for you?
Yes.
Okay,
Good. No problems.
Thank you. Commissioner Sanada chairs the prison board, the 7-member board that works with the management staff at the jail. I'll start with Commissioner Sanada.
No, I think it sounds good. I know you've been working on this for a long time. Just for the information, those who may be watching us, Deputy Warden Sims, could you just explain what it is and what it does?
The body scanner is to scan the inmate's body inside of their clothing. Helps us prevent any type of contraband, including drugs, weapons, any type of object inside their body that
These for the prisoners who just come in and they're getting walked, or
we use the body scanner for everyone that exits the jail and then returns.
Forgive me, Chris, everyone,
Every inmate. I'm sorry.
inmate, if it's
Yes.
specific to inmates.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry,
no,
Chris.
I'm glad I actually was going to ask the same thing. It's just for inmates.
Warden?
Well, that would be except for any female inmates that are pregnant. We don't,
Understood.
There are medical exceptions and also juveniles cannot be scanned.
I see. Any other questions, Chris?
No, I think that explains it, just because I know that said we use those terms, but people need to understand exactly what's going, and it's actually going to provide a great service to the jail.
Yes, it has been providing a great service. It's prevented a lot of contraband from coming in, including the new THC pens, vape pens that the inmates occasionally use. Other drugs we found or encountered and sent inmates to the hospital to be retrieved. It's prevented a lot of problems at the jail.
I'm glad to hear that. Was this the machine from Elwood City?
No, this is our body scanner.
What's the machine from Elwood City?
The live scan
Live scan.
is from Elwood City. That is an identification process. It photographs and fingerprints individuals and identifies them.
That's all I have.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Kennedy. For us to move forward with this service agreement with Tech 84. Hey, but if you have to head back across the street, great day. Next on the agenda, this proposal comes from our planning office and Amy McKinney, our planning. And you have a resolution dealing with the community development block grant as it relates to the borough of Elwood City. So this is number 136. Amy, can you give us a synopsis as to what this proposal does?
So Elwood City had a project for ADA ramps, and that project was a little bit over $11,000. So what we need to do is submit a revision to DCD where we can move those funds to Elwood City's housing rehab program. The borough is aware, and it's easier to move to the rehab rather. $11,000 isn't enough to do another project, and this contract ends next year. So if we get one time community action partnership enough time to spend that $11,000. So that revision will increase their housing rehab program to $21,573.89. For that, it was only $10,000. So that's all.
I thank you. I'll start with Mr. Kennedy. No, sir. Mr. Sanada.
No, I don't have anything.
All right, may I have a motion then for the approval of proposed resolution 136?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you both, gentlemen. We'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Amy, do you have anything else for us today?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
The next planning commission meeting will actually be in this room.
Yes.
Well, assuming you have it.
If we do have a plan.
You do, so
Yeah, so it'll be here.
second Wednesday of,
Yeah,
second
the
Wednesday.
11th?
I'll tell you in a minute.
the
How about
10th.
The 10th.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, the 10th.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I have the 9th.
It's the 9th. 10th is Thursday, 11th, 12th. Yeah.
Yeah. July 9th, Wednesday. Originally, the meeting was gonna take place at the North Beaver Township Municipal Building, but that building's being remodeled.
They're doing some work, and we typically we like to use the pavilion, but we also like to have a backup if it's raining, so we decided just to hold it here. We didn't want to take a chance, because especially if it's like it is today, I don't want to sit outside and eat. So, but yeah, so we're gonna do it here. So,
Okay.
thank you guys very
Thanks,
much.
Amy.
Appreciate it.
Hope you have a great day.
You're lucky. I'm lucky because I got to go before you.
Mr. Grimbo is with us from CYS, and it looks like we've got,
This is start.
Uh,
This is start
Yeah.
every week.
Well,
Seems like forever.
8 of them.
8. You've got eight contracts for us to consider. Are they all renewals,
Yeah,
Mike?
they're all
Okay, so we'll
renewals.
establish that, and Chris and Dan, if are you okay if Mike walks through them? We can question him if we have questions on each one, but then at the end, assuming you're both willing, we could do one motion. If we need to split it out, we can, but how about if we approach it in that perspective? Okay, thank you. So we start with proposed resolution 137, and this is Crossroads Group Homes and Services in Farrell, Mercer County. So why don't you fill us in with that one first, please?
Okay, I mean, all these providers, we've had contracts with them for several years, just to let you know. So, Crossroad Group's home, obviously it's a group home and, has a girls and a boys group home. There's no increase from last year's rate. Okay,
Any questions on this first proposal?
all right,
Number one, you ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Number 138, Family Pathways,
Family-
based in Butler County.
Butler County, it's a foster care program, like I said, that we used. Again, their rate has stayed the same from last year, so there's no increase in their rate.
Thank you. Number 139 would be Families United Network of Muncie, Pennsylvania, which is in Lycoming County.
Yeah, and it is they have a foster care and group home. Their rate increased about 3%, but currently we don't have any children at their facility in their care.
Thank you. Proposed resolution 140 is Lifespan Family Services of Punxsutawney in Jefferson County.
That's a foster care that, again, there is no increase, and we don't have any current children there.
Thank you. Number 141 is, I hope I pronounce this right, Mike, Maracay, Pennsylvania, in Lafayette Hill, Montgomery County.
Another provider, it's a foster care that has a 0% increase from last year.
Thank you. Next is number 142, Perseus House, Inc. in Erie County.
Yeah, it's a group home. It did go up there's different units that the children would stay in. So I have to say some units went up 8%, some went up 16%, but we currently don't have any children in that facility either.
Thank you, sir. Number 143 is the Three Rivers Adoption Council based in Pittsburgh, Allegheny County.
It's a foster care renewal. The rate ranges from 84 to 97 with a 5% increase on that. And we don't have any children in that facility either.
Incidentally, you point out the number of them where we don't have anybody placed, but that could change tomorrow, couldn't
It could change tomorrow. Now, I'll give you an example like Perseus House. In 23-24, we had 2. At 24-25, we had 1. So we don't have a lot of volume of kids there.
Thank you. Is CSI Corporate Security and Investigations, LLC, based in Monaca, Beaver County.
That's a service that we use, again, for family finding. What they do is they go to different resources to help find their family. Once they locate, get the information, then they send it to our supervisors and caseworkers for, to look.
I believe that concludes the proposals you have.
Mhm.
So we'll see what questions Mr. Kennedy might have.
Absolutely not.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Sanada. Gentlemen, thank you. Would you wish then to vote on the entire package? Is that okay with both?
Fine.
Thank you. Could I have a motion to that effect?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you very much. And what we're voting on then would be resolutions 137 up through and including 143, I believe, 144. 137 to 144. It's been moved and seconded. If there are no other concerns, we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Well, Mike, we appreciate your bringing these to us, and chances are we'll see you next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you, Mike, for doing it. This is so, it's simple to read when you get this done, so I thank you.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, and again, a lot of it, there's no increase, so I didn't have to go back and flip back to the pages, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah,
Okay.
thanks.
Thanks,
Thank
Mike.
you.
Thanks.
Stay cool.
Yeah.
Well, I believe we have no transfers to consider today. Takes us down to announcements. This board will meet 1 week from today in public, July 1 at 10 a.m. in this room. I'll note that the courthouse will be closed on Friday, July 4 in observance of Independence Day. It's hard to believe that's just a week from Friday, isn't it? Wow. That takes us to public comment. I'll open the floor if anybody wishes to comment at this time. Mrs. Burchett.
I see that I've never seen you not approve the warrant registers. What if there's a check made out that you have question about?
There have been times where, and it's been a while, but we've tabled the warrant register to get clarification from the controller's office. So that has happened.
The checks have not been written.
I'm sorry?
The checks have or have not been written.
They have been written, am I correct?
They have been written, but they haven't necessarily gone on.
Exactly. So there have been times when certain commissioners have had questions about certain listings on the document. And it hasn't happened very often, but we have tabled them to allow us the opportunity to talk to the controller's office, just to have them clarify the nature of the expense. So that has happened.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Other comments at this time? Joe?
Just one additional announcement that there will be an opioid board meeting.
Public meeting.
That'll be a public meeting.
Hearing none. Closing comments from my fellow commissioners. Mr. Sanada.
I have none.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Kennedy.
Well, that's a first. He was late, so I get to pick on all day.
I should note that if Debbie Walker is watching, we'll have your packet for both this meeting and the salary board meeting that was held earlier today. We'll have it upstairs for you. And Joe or Vanessa, anything that we need to discuss over and above what we've done? Thank you all for joining us. May I please have an adjournment motion?
I'll make that one.
I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. There being no other business to be brought